welcome back to With the Flock. I know I've been gone for a little while. I'm sorry about that. We've had a lot going on with family and holidays and just life. But I'm back for the 12 Days of Cookies collab. I'm super excited to be a part of it. And today we are going to be making white chocolate chip oatmeal cranberry cookies. I'm super excited. And for this recipe, you will need a half a cup of unsalted butter and half a cup of white sugar, as well as half a cup of light brown sugar, 1 egg, vanilla extract, and you'll need about 1.5 teaspoons of that, half a teaspoon of baking powder, baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. You will need 3/4 cup of white chocolate chips, as well as 3/4 cup of your dried cranberries. And let's see, 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour and 1.5 cups of your old-fashioned oats. And it's pretty easy, it looks like, so we're going to give it a try. I thought it would be a fun, festive Christmas cookie to do. And the first step here is we're going to cream together our butter and our sugars. So our first step is we're going to cream together our butter and our sugars. Now you will want your butter to be at room temperature so that it mixes easy. And we will be refrigerating this dough before we bake it. So you got half a cup of your butter, half a cup of your light brown sugar, and then you're going to do, half a cup of your regular sugar as well. And you want to cream these together first until they're light and fluffy. Alright, so then we're going to mix in our egg and our vanilla. Let me just grab a fresh egg real quick. I like to give this a scrape and get everything back into the center before I continue, just to help get a good even mix. You just want to mix it till it's light and fluffy. It doesn't have to be too perfect, so we are going to continue to mix in some other ingredients here. There we go. Sit that there. And now for one of our fresh eggs. All right. And then we will be adding in our vanilla, which is going to be 1.5 teaspoons. Put one guy there, and here is the 1 teaspoon. And we've got 1/2 teaspoon here. A little extra, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to mix that in now. So now we'll add our 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And then we got 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt as well. All right, and then we're gonna do about 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now we're gonna add the 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and we're gonna mix that together. I'm going to give it a scrape and then mix it a little more. Now we are going to add in our flour and oats, and again that's going to be about 3/4 of a cup of flour and about 1.5 cups of old-fashioned oats. So we're going to use all-purpose flour. And I'm going to use a 1 cup measuring cup, but we're going to fill it 3/4 of the way full. Alright. I like to go ahead and give that a little mix before I add the oats, just so it's a little easier to blend well. Scrape, and then we'll add our oats. It smells delicious already. Alright, let me get those oats. There we go. We're going to do 1.5 cups. One. And we'll just do this to keep it more accurate. We've got the 1/2 cup here. And 1/2. Alright. Go ahead and scrape that off again. Alright. Now we'll mix this together until there's no streaks. Make sure it's well mixed. Make sure we get all that batter in there. Okay. So next we're going to mix in our 3/4 of a cup of white chocolate chips and 3/4 of a cup of dried cranberries, but you want to fold those in by hand, not with your mixer. And if you want to, after you refrigerate your dough and you put these out on your pan, you can take a few white chocolate chips and dried cranberries and push them down on the top lightly and bake them on top as a little extra, but that is fully up to you. I'm going to do probably just a little bit over 3/4 of a cup of the chocolate chips because we like chocolate. And, oops, I'm making a mess. All right, get this opened up. Three-quarters of a cup of the cranberries as well. I like to kind of gently spread them around a little bit. It helps get them mixed evenly in there. Okay, that's looking pretty good to me. And now we're going to refrigerate our dough for 30 minutes while we preheat the oven, and then we will come back and continue from there. Okay, so now that we've refrigerated our dough for about 30 to 45 minutes, we are going to go ahead and bake them on some, they're supposed to use parchment paper, but I have wax paper because that's what I have handy. And also, I just want to let you guys know that I did make a mistake earlier. I used my 1 teaspoon measuring instead of my half teaspoon for the baking powder and the salt and the baking soda. So I tasted the dough and it still tastes fine. So we'll see what happens. So now that we've got the cookies all panned up, what we're going to do is bake them in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes until the edges look like they're getting a little crispy. And then we will pan up the rest of this dough here and throw in a third pan. And we will try one on camera for you guys to let you know if my mess up screwed up the cookies or not. Okay guys, so a tragic mistake has been made and I should have only used one of those sticks of butter. I did the math after the first batch came out and didn't look right, and I was like, something's not right. I baked 1,000,000 cookies in my life. I've never had any come out looking like this. And I put too much butter. I put 2 sticks of butter and I should have put 1. And it should have been half a cup and I put 8 ounces. I should have put 1 stick. But they look horrible. But they taste pretty good actually. So I would normally remake this video for you and, you know, just make them right, but I don't have any more unsalted butter to use and my video has to go up today, so I just don't have the time or ingredients to make them properly. I will post another video of me making them soon though and redeem myself to show you guys that I can bake cookies. I normally do fine. But unfortunately, around the holidays, there's a lot on my mind. Yesterday was the anniversary of my brother's death, so there's just been a lot going on here. But they still taste good. They're just really ugly. But this is for the 12 Days of Cookies collab. And we will tag their channel and the collab in the video, and we will put the recipe in the description. And if you pay attention, unlike me, and don't put too much butter, your cookies will turn out much better. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'm so sorry that I botched this one, but it's real life. It happens sometimes, and my cat's attacking a bag full of ornaments. That's the noise you hear in the background. But Merry Christmas everybody, and thank you for watching.